Hi. As the days have gone by and the threat of the coronavirus has increased, I really felt the need to create this video and share it because I feel like the way the media has been reporting it has put us into a state of complete and utter panic. And our panic, I feel, is coming from our fear of contracting it. And yet, really, that's not something we can control. One of the things that I've learned so deeply is the fact that we cannot control the events that happen outside of us, but we can control how we react to them. And I feel that with the coronavirus, our power is not in trying to prevent it, not that there are not measures in place where we actually can prevent getting it, but I feel that our deepest and greatest power is in how we prepare if we do get it. So yesterday when I went to the grocery store for the first time, I decided, you know what, I think I really need to prepare myself. So I went to the grocery store and I made it a point to go before lunch because I got the feeling that sometimes they restock the shelves, and voila, to my surprise, there it was, toilet paper. And anybody who knows, anybody who's living in a place where there's even one person that has the coronavirus has been trying so hard to find toilet paper and disinfecting wipes. All shelves are empty. But there they were, toilet paper. And I was so happy. I got my toilet paper, I got my paper towels. But yeah, no disinfecting wipes. But this is my take. The things that we choose to do is what is going to stop this from continuing to spread. I feel like we all have a responsibility. If there's anybody that doubted that we are all one human race, I think this virus has shown us that we really are. The social environment we've created means that it doesn't matter whether you're in Wuhan, China, or you're living in Washington, D.C., United States of America. We are all conjoined because one has to wonder, how does a virus start somewhere in a town or a city that plenty of us have never even heard of? And yet here we are in a state of panic of trying to avoid catching it. So we all have a responsibility on how we let this unfold. There isn't going to be a level of discomfort. It's definitely going to be uncomfortable, but we can get through it. And for me, the one thing that I see that there are certain things they put in place that we can all make our responsibility on how we react to them. The idea of social distancing, I think, is such a good idea. And this is what I have to say about it. I know that there are some people who have a problem with it, but I think that is one of the most important positions we have in our area of responsibility. We all have a choice. So we are either making a choice to be part of the solution, or we are making a choice to be part of the problem. So when they say social distancing, they're not trying to stop you from doing the things that you love doing or the things that are important to you. Yes, you want to go to church, but that might not be exactly a very good idea. Let's not forget that God doesn't want us to be selfish either. Let me put it in a light of how this can turn out to be selfish. If you're looking at it from a position of you as an individual and the choice you want to make, then think about it this way. First of all, when you go to church, you will never know who you're going to sit next to. And even the person you're sitting next to, you do not know what kind of environment they've already been in. As far as the virus goes, we do not know how long you carry it inside your body before the symptoms start coming out and showing themselves. So wherever that person has been, on your left and on your right, whatever they are carrying with them, you're getting. So even from that angle where you could catch the virus from one of the two and you feel like, well, if I catch it, then I catch it, then that's fine. But at the end of the day, then think about where you're taking it to. There are certain situations that we cannot avoid going into. We cannot avoid going to the grocery store. Some people still have to turn up to work. And look at it from the position of people who are actually in the medical profession and are the ones who have to provide us with the medical help we need to get rid of the virus. When you make that choice, you're one extra person that they have to take care of, that they really do not have to, but because that's the choice you made, then you're putting somebody in the medical profession in that line of fire of dealing with an extra person that they could very well do without. And in any case, we are going to overwhelm the medical help we are going to get. There are so many people who already have diseases like cancer, all these diseases that are unavoidable and need those beds. So when you're making that choice to go into hospital because you made a choice to go to church, which you could easily have avoided, then you're one person that they have to add that extra, they have to take that respiratory system from somebody who actually could use it if you had made the choice not to go into a social environment that you could seriously avoid. And then also you're spreading it to somebody else that has a respiratory problem or somebody whose immune system is already compromised. So that's the selfish part of deciding I am going to go into a social environment that you really can avoid going into. That's what I mean, that we have to take part in being part of the solution, not part of the problem. So for me, this is one thing I've learned. This is one thing I've done. I went and I got the necessities that I need. When I had the flu, I've had the flu with and without the flu shot. So even when you get the flu, you're not going to get any kind of help because there's no cure. The only cure is for it to go through your system and work its way out of your system. There are so many people who have had this coronavirus in a mild way and have had to do this. They've self-quarantined, they've gone through being sick. Okay, the things that they're saying, you're going to have obviously a runny nose, you're going to cough, you're going to have a running tummy, which you do not get. You're going to have diarrhea, for those who don't understand what a running tummy is. You're going to get diarrhea. That is the one thing that people who have the flu don't get. But all the other things that come with the flu, the body aches, the fever, the runny nose, the coughing, that you're going to get as well with coronavirus. So I've had the flu before. I never needed to go to the doctor. It was totally and absolutely painful and extremely uncomfortable. But I got over-the-counter meds that I needed to give me that level of comfort where I could ride it. So you can go and get some flu medicine, you can get some diarrhea medicine, you can get some painkillers so that you can be able to sleep through the process and let it work itself out of your system. The other thing that's very, very important is a thermometer. The moment you know you have fever, that's part of the situation. The only other thing that is so bad to get is shortness of breath. And that's where now you have to be hospitalized, I believe, because you need oxygen. And that's why I mean, if you can do the social distancing, you will be really helping everybody out there, including yourself. So let's all cooperate and let's do the things that we have the power to do and surrender the whole idea of I'm going to get the coronavirus. Well, if you're going to get it, then you're going to get it. You'll have done everything possible to either prevent it or prepare for it. But let's go out of the state of panic where now numbers have gone from this number to this number. The other thing that the media is not reporting is the number of people that have survived it. The number of people that have it totally outnumber the number of people that have died. So let's get out of this state of panic and cooperate and work together to make a difference that's going to empower every single one of us and help us stop it. And for all those who are in an environment where you do not have it, well, good for you. But at the end of the day, you know somebody that is in an environment where it is. So that makes us all socially responsible. Enjoy your environment while you do not have it. But at the same token, don't just say, well, it's never going to come here. Well, you do not know. Be prepared. That's all I'm saying. Just prepare yourself. And let's get out of reacting from everything that the media and social media is creating inside of us. Well, that's my take. I'm going to share it on my timeline. I'm going to put it on my social media platforms, and let me know what you think. And let's stay safe. Take care and God bless. Bye.